Hello, my name is Hugo Ramos. I'm here today with Ricardo Serpa, HR Adventure Tours Director, to talk about making your motorcycle dreams come true. My question is there's a big offer on motorcycle touring around the world, but what makes HR Adventure Tours unique?
That's a very good question, Hugo. I can say a lot of different things, small and big, but I would start with the concept. The concept is to offer the rider something that me or you would like to do ourselves as riders. So I can say this using a cliche, it's a motorcycle tour prepared by riders for riders, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
This being said, we need to take into account a lot of other aspects. Who is going on this tour? What kind of rider wants to join us? So I would say these are the riders who want to explore the world, but don't necessarily feel comfortable to do this by themselves only.
These days people have a little less time most to prepare their own trips most of the time. I mean,
Yes.
it's time consuming. It's if you're looking for itineraries, hotels, restaurants, routes, scenic points. I mean, there's a lot of work that can be involved on something like this.
It can definitely be intimidating. And what we decided to do is to take care of all these aspects. Meaning, what makes us unique? The quality of the itineraries, the uniqueness of the roads we are riding on, the type of locations we stop. We pay a lot of attention to where we are going to stay, and then the accommodations, the hotels. They should be really nice places, comfortable. I'm not talking luxury for luxury only. It's a matter of having something that at the end of the day you feel, wow, that's a nice room. That's
Yes.
a fantastic environment. Look at this view. Look at this place, I mean, right now after a long day on the road. So the hotels, you can make sure they are always an experience in themselves.
And I do have to ask you something else. I mean, definitely hotels is the place we're going to spend the night. It has to be perfect. But what about food?
Wow,
that's something every single rider looks for is
Yes.
to get to taste and experience different things and eat well in the end of the day.
Hugo, you and I share the same appreciation for the gastronomic part of the experience, right?
Yes.
So it's always very important what we are going to experience as far as the gastronomy of each region we ride. You asked me before what makes us unique. We are one of the very few companies out there who decided to offer a full dinner experience. Meaning, we include a la carte dinners every single night except for the rest nights.
Yes.
There are some places where we stop for 2 nights. The second day is
It's more like a free day for
it's
everyone.
a free day.
Okay.
So if you are traveling with your wife and you decide to have a nice dinner,
a romantic dinner somewhere
A
in
romantic
in
dinner.
town.
right? You don't have to have a romantic dinner with 10 other people. But anyway, what is an a la carte dinner? Basically, we pick the good restaurants that are famous for their foods, their location, the experience they offer in general, and we research the menus. So we know this is a good place for people to
To stop and eat.
stop and taste some of the local culinary. So a la carte dinner means you are free to choose whatever you want. You want this appetizer, you want the entree, the main dish, dessert, and non-alcoholic beverage. It's all included, together with the breakfast. Now, I will read your minds, and you are going to ask me about lunches.
I was because that's another meal during the day that I mean most people don't want to probably eat a lot because they're riding and they have still a ride to do in the afternoon. How are you taking care of the lunchtime?
Basically, Hugo, thinking about what you just said, during the day, you don't want to sit and first spend a lot of time sitting, waiting for your food to arrive. You want to be riding. And also, you don't want to have a full meal experience, a full lunch experience, right? We are going to have a long afternoon afterwards.
No riding on a full belly, just falling asleep on
Exactly.
your ride.
Exactly.
That's not a good thing.
So the idea is to have kind of quick, usually quick lunch stops. And these are not included because each one will have a different requirement for...
From a sandwich to a full dish is up to each one to decide.
The full dish is left behind.
Yes, I believe so. Very good. Well, I mean, Ricardo, that sounds amazing. What about other practical things on the tour? Like, do people get information? They get transportation from you guys from airport transfers, stuff like that on the beginning and the end of the tour.
I will tell you how we operate soon. But first, Hugo, let me just add something to the uniqueness, because this is a very important aspect for people who are considering who they would
choose to travel. Yeah,
exactly. So when I said this is a tour prepared by riders for riders, I'm thinking about riders who want to do a little more than just going from point A to point B and say after, oh, I rode from Marrakesh to Agadir. Great, but what did you see on the way? What did you experience? So an important part of the tour, of all the tours, is the local culture, the cultural aspects.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
cannot offer these on every single segment, of course, but most of the time we are able to showcase a few highlights of each place, be it the US, the Southwest US, the Alps, or Morocco.
So what you're saying is that all the stops, all the routes go through these main cultural points and finding some uniqueness on the way,
Yeah.
giving people a different experience that probably they can get just looking at the internet to a route. That's it.
Yes, pretty much so. But I would say that the key word here is balance. We try to balance the experience, meaning fantastic roads, but also these interesting stop points, photo opportunities. We live in the age of Instagram, so
You're right. You're right. People want to stop and take that
And take
amazing
pictures.
picture for social media and their own families too. Yeah. Absolutely.
yes, and if we can offer them something that is a little bit out of the ordinary as far as the social media thing, fantastic. We will have succeed.
Ricardo, from what you're telling me, the riders bring home when they finish the tour a lot of things. I mean, amazing pictures, great culinary experiences, amazing rides, routes, sightseeings. Do they bring something else with them?
Well, they do. They bring all these memories, and to back up these memories so they can relive the experience on and on afterwards, we offer them a welcome kit. As soon as they arrive at the starting city where we are going to depart, they have a welcome kit with a little road book that tells everything they are going to experience in the next few days. They know in the road book the routes, the hotels. They have a description of the experience.
Useful information so they can
Exactly.
actually prepare their days in advance. That's good.
And also a little room for them to take notes. So this becomes a collector item later on, something to be cherished. And also in the welcome kit, we have a t-shirt with the route that we are going to explore, and a dress shirt, just like this one here, Alpine Route, which the most avid riders will want to collect later on.
Oh, so you're getting a trend where people that get all the shirts,
Oh, yes.
they will asking for more shirts, probably.
But they have to take part on the tour to have them.
Absolutely.
Now, one experience they won't bring back home is the experience of having difficulties on the road. Our fleet, it's always brand new. It's renewed every year. We offer BMWs and Harleys in the US. We offer right now BMWs, Hondas, and Motomorini in Europe and Morocco. And I can't disclose much at this point. This fleet is going to be expanded with different brands, very appealing brands.
That's good. I mean, for
Just a little teaser.
okay, that sounds good, and it's a good setup for people that like to ride on different types of motorcycle and different kinds of brands.
Exactly.
They can actually choose the bike they want to ride.
They can. They can. We can always help them in telling what is best suited for each place.
Even though the bikes can be priced a little different, I believe.
Yeah, our tour, our basic motorcycle, that is the standard of the tour, is a BMW 750 GS.
Okay.
But for a little extra, they can upgrade this to a 1250 GS. In the US, they can upgrade this to different types of Harleys. If they want to experience an Africa Twin, a Honda Africa Twin, they get the chance to do this in Europe.
That sounds good. So
Yeah,
everyone can ride with the bike that they like or the brand that they like.
exactly.
That's good.
And I would say that some brands have special appeal. I'm thinking out of my head in some Italian brands, but this is something for later on.